Hey, how's it going? It's King Kevin checking in, and I want to talk about remembering your victories. Your victories are what gives you that confidence, gives you that boost, that swag, that experience from overcoming things in life. And I can definitely relate with people who have been through a lot, who've been through a little, whatever the case may be, all in between. But what I want you to understand is that the way you can continue winning, the way you can continue having victories, the way you can continue progressing, moving forward in life, is by going back to the past where you had those good times, those happy memories, where you achieved something of significance in your life. What may mean something of importance, something of substance, may not mean the same thing to you. Me graduating college may be a very small thing to you because you achieved your doctor's degree. Or if I got my GED, that may mean nothing to someone else, but to that person who got a GED, that's a pivotal moment in their life, or for the time being. And by the way, get more than your GED if you can. When I go through some things, I try and think about my choices, my decisions. What did I do wrong? Like, what did I slip at? And oftentimes I remember, when I did graduate high school, when I did graduate college, when I did start my first business. So, I go back to those victories, and this is one of the victories right here, when I got my bachelor's degree. A very proud moment in my life, and not just because of the paper, but I think back. When I look at this, it's like a whole flood of memories hit me of the good and bad times and what it took to actually walk across that stage, and knowing that I do have a degree coming. I'm not just up there, imitating a graduate or something. Now I really achieved that, Or I think about this Black History event I did back in 2013, February 27th. And it was entitled Celebrating Black Authors That Paved the Way. People like W.E.B. Du Bois, Toni Morrison. You have not W.E.B. Du Bois, Langston Hughes. And matter of fact, I need to read his bio. I actually have his book. I haven't read the book yet. But, I think back at things like that, Even though this event was a small event, but it took a lot of research, to look up Booker T. Washington, to look up Sojourner Truth, Phyllis Wheatley, to look up people like Edridge Dunlap. I'm not saying her name right, but she's a Haitian author, very prominent author. She's been on Oprah, she's been all over the world. But all these authors, they did something, and they did that because they wanted us to remember that, look, whatever you put your mind to, you can write about it, and then you can achieve it. These individuals have reached a large amount of success. They really did some great things. Pulitzer Prize winners. I know Toni Morrison won a big award from the president. Which president that was? Was it Clinton or Bush? But she got some kind of congressional medal of honor or something like that. Maybe it wasn't that, but I know that's the Army people. But you know what I'm saying. It takes time. It takes effort to achieve things. Don't give up. Keep moving forward. Keep believing in yourself. Knowing all things are possible. For those that believe. And I know that times can get very difficult. It can get very hard real quick. But don't dwell too much on what you don't have. Think about what you do have, and what you do have in your power that can change tomorrow, because your fear will actually cripple you. It will paralyze you. And that's one of the things that lions do. Lions will actually roar so that the sonic waves, the vibrations from their roar will make you, it will put you in shock. It will paralyze you in fear. Paralyze you in fear. That's the key word. The best way to attack fear is attacking it head on, whatever that issue is. Believe me, God is going to bless you with the grace to overcome that battle. I don't care if it's a debt, if you not being able to pay your car note and y'all looking outside the window worrying about it, I can relate to that. If it's being worried about can't keep out your house, not be able to pay your tuition, not be able to start this business, or to finance a project you're doing, finance an event you want to do. There's someone out there that's going to believe in you. Everyone in your family is not going to believe in you. Your friends are not going to believe. Not all your friends are going to believe in you, but your real friends will. They're just not going to believe in you and say, good job, I wish you the best. They're going to plant seeds to make sure you get to your destination. God places people around us, not just to cheer us on, which is a great thing. You need people to cheer you on. Not necessarily everyone, but you definitely need righteous individuals that are wise and operate on a high conscious level, which is very important. But if you connect with these people, especially when you're feeling down, but connect with your past, connect with that past energy, that happy, high energy that you felt at that time when you had that victory. Think back to those things. It could be a certain place, it could be the beach, it could be a church, it could be a park, it could be a sidewalk, it could be a golf course, It could be on a mountain somewhere, it could be, vacationing in the Caribbean island, It could be anything. It could be a particular book, it could be a picture of your mom or your dad or your nephews, your nieces, something that brings you happiness, especially if you was able to overcome something during that time. Because that energy, you can tap into that and bring it to the present time, your present situation. You know what I mean? In the Bible, there's so many scriptures, I can't even tell you, but there's a couple of them in Genesis. I know that for a fact. I want to also say in Luke, but I know in Genesis, Abraham built an altar. Now, the significance of building an altar was so they could remember, this was the place that God had blessed me. Right? And you could bring that in today's world. You know what I mean? You build an altar. Put all your happy memories somewhere. You know what I mean? So those things are written because we can apply those things to the past and use them in the future. That's why you read the Bible. You don't just read it just to feel good and get goosebumps. You read it for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And you pray that you can understand the Bible. There are a few things are contradictory, a few contradictions, a few misunderstandings. There's a few of those things in there. I'm not gonna lie to you. But do not let that take away from the significance of the Word of God, of your spirit. Some people don't even go to church because they feel as if, I can pray for myself, I can pray on my own. Yes, you can. But do not forsake the assembly of the upright, which means do not take light the power of being around like-minded people, like-hearted people as well. Good hearts. You need that energy. You need that, what heart math calls that heart intelligence. You know what I mean? That synergy between your heart and mind. And when you have a room full of people, you guys are praying about the same thing, whether it's for something you need for your home, or you need your husband back, you need your wife back, you need your girl or your boyfriend back, you need your son to start acting right, you need your daughters to be more responsible, whatever the case may be. All of it is possible. Anything can happen. You put your mind to it. I always, especially in my workshops, I tell people, look, speak it, believe it, execute the plan. Go back to those good memories that you had, those people that you're trying to get back on the right path with. Go back to those memories. Those good memories are going to bring you back. Now, if there are some negative memories, if there are some negative things that happen in your life, then what you're going to have to do is go back to that time frame, but don't do it repeatedly. Forgive the people for what they've done to you. Forgive yourself for what they've done to you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people blame themselves for what happened, or why this or that happened. Look, I don't know why. I don't know why God allowed it to happen. I can't say it was God's fault, but I do know one thing: that I am a child of the Most High God. You are a child of the Most High God, and therefore we have dominion over the earth. So we must live a life like that. Speak the things as though they are, even though they're not. That's faith. It takes courage. Don't lose your courage. Keep your courage. You know, keep your courage. Keep your faith. Just keep fighting. Do not give up. Trust me. I hope you play this video 100 times. Go back and forth. Go back to those memories. Even with our ancient ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Booker T. Washington is not ancient. But, you know, I just finished reading his book, Up From Slavery. Today is January 27th, 2015. I just finished reading this book 2 days ago. And I read it and I know that he wanted people like me and you to read his story, to understand that, look, you're going to go through a lot of things when you have purpose, a purposeful life, when you have something significant to accomplish. Don't forget your roots. Don't forget the principles. Don't forget who helped you get there. You know, and don't forget to reach back and help someone else. God bless you. I hope you enjoyed this video. My name is King Kevin Dorival. And I pray that all is well and all is good with you and your family. Don't give up. Never give up. And be blessed.